All rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Alvarez.
Present.
Councilman Cypress.
Here.
Councilman Larka.
Here.
Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Supervisor Hay.
Here. Notation of the exits in the front, in the rear, and electronic device, please put it on vibrate. I'll make a motion to come out of the executive session and be recessed until the end of the meeting. No action was taken.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, first item on the agenda tonight is a public hearing for sawmill wood processing. I make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Also to waive the reading of the public hearing notice.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Atkinson, how are you this evening?
Good evening, Supervisor and Board. My name is Todd Atkinson. I'm with Fulchetti and Associates. Over here. Couldn't grab my glasses, actually. With Fulchetti and Associates, we're here representing 20 Branch Road. It's a property that's located before, if you're familiar with where the old fore and aft used to be, off on Route 6. It's part of the site where Tremson actually has properties. This property is also owned by the Tremblay family. It's to the rear of the site. It abuts the actual reservoir on the north side. To the west, you actually have still New York City DEP property. On the east, there's actually another warehouse building, and to the south, you have the Tremson properties where the wood processing currently occurs up against Route 6. It's about a 4.5 acre piece of property. Right now, there exists a structure on it that's actually for a moving company. It's about a 5,500 square foot warehouse building. And what they've been using over the last 5 years or so, or maybe a little bit longer, there's an area to the rear of the site that has been used as an overflow stockpile area for wood that gets brought in from different agencies within the area after storm events and whatnot. They were violated for that, so we're here seeking a special permit for the wood processing area in the back on the site.
Okay, so would you just, it's not very well,
Yeah.
Can you take your hand and identify the area?
This is the area right here.
Okay,
This is the reservoir up here.
okay,
So we're more than 300 feet away from the reservoir. DEP had no comment as part of the planning review. These are this is all the Tremson area. That's
right.
along Route
And show
6.
me where the 4.5 used to be on the bottom left.
Right here, yep.
Right, okay.
Yep. So we're behind, and there's actually a ridge, a high point of a little ridge that sits right here that blocks a complete view of this area from Ranch Road and from Route 6. So
And
you
that
can't
is-
even see the area.
That is all one big property?
It is, no, this is all one big property, and these are
No,
three separate properties.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only one we're discussing now is the one there in the back?
Yeah, these are already pre-existing non-conforming, I guess, from years back. This one actually,
Well, that one, there was a problem down there with behind the 4.5 because even, I think to this day, it's still not to code. Has that been?
potentially, yeah, I'm not sure, I'm not working on that project.
Okay. Now, with the work that they did on that portion that you're looking at, did they have permission to do it prior to doing it?
No, they're using it as an overflow storage area.
Todd,
Yes.
can you turn that microphone so it faces you open? Sorry. Thanks. I want to-
Better?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, they did not. That's what they received a violation about 1.5 years ago, and we've been working through the planning board to correct that violation by obtaining the site plan approval, or amended site plan approval, as well as the special permit for wood processing.
And how big an area is that they,
That's 0.92 acres, so it's less than a quarter of the lot. And we received zoning variances for the size of that area because it exceeded the 20% that was required, or max 20%. So we have that area now approved through the zoning board for the coverage.
now one, either lot or I can't tell whichever, there's a maximum height, I think like 10 feet or something for stacking? Is that
I bel-
apply there or just on this side?
It's just on this side, it's just for this lot only.
So they never made a stacking regulation on this side?
No.
Okay.
No, and that's part of the site plan approval from the planning board that is contingent on receiving the special permit. So And that is for only this
The special
lot.
permit is just for that site only?
Just for this property only, yes, 20 Branch, correct.
And what, is there still going to be problems with the one down below?
I believe that there potentially are, and I'm not privy to that right now, that I have not been, hired to do any work with those properties.
Okay.
That property will be used for processing or just still overflow storage?
It'd be used for processing, where they're just simply gonna be grinding up the tree limbs and whatnot that's brought to the site. That would be here as well.
But previously it was just storage?
It was just storage, correct, yep.
Has the property been cleaned to clear the violation yet, or no?
I haven't been out there recently, but I believe that it has been. There has been no further violations done, knowing that we're going through the planning board process, as well as a special permit process to obtain these approvals.
We should confirm that before we vote, because I don't think we
Well,
can-
we're not voting tonight. but-
Right, I don't think we can approve something that has an open violation.
There is an open violation right now, and we need to receive planning board final approval, which includes the town board's approval for special permit to clear that violation.
Well, you could also clear the violation by cleaning the site, but we'll double check.
Understood.
What was the height,
I thought.
restriction?
I thought it was.
I thought it was
I
20.
thought it was.
It's under 20, I
Is
believe,
it
is what they
20?
put,
I
yeah.
think it's 20. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the max height in that zone is 35 feet. The planning board has determined, based on DEC standards, that it's less than 20 feet elevation.
And
height.
is the back lot 20 feet as well?
This lot would be the only thing that's going to have the 20-foot restriction on it, because I don't know anything about these other lots right now. This is the only lot we're talking about.
I believe for safety, they recommend not going higher than 20. That's why it was included for
Correct.
this. The other lot, as he's saying, might or might not comply, but that's not what it's here to talk
Planning board,
about.
you've seen most of this stuff, right?
Right, for that lot, not any of the other stuff. That's why I remember the 20.
I'll call you, because you're going to be
Yeah.
more of an expert. I'm not liking what I'm seeing there.
But in the actual final site plan approval from the planning board, that's contingent on receiving a special permit from the town board, there is the clause in there where we are maxed out at 20-foot height, and there's other safety considerations that are actually listed in there as well. And then there's reporting that has to be done to the DEC each year that's listed in there.
Okay. Is there anyone from the public that has any comment? Step up to the mic.
Hi, Peter Bell. This piece of property right here. Okay?
Is that theirs?
There's a truck that parks there almost all the time that says they sell mulch. And I was wondering if that's associated with the processing.
I don't know, to be honest. I believe that piece of property is actually DOT property.
Correct.
But I'm not sure.
Okay.
If it is, it would be associated with Tremson, which is this piece down here, and the family also owns this piece, which we're talking about right now.
Okay. Well, next time I'm out there, I'll give them a ticket, that's all.
Don't mix business with pleasure, please. Any other public comment? I'm gonna tell you for one, I'm not happy with what I saw when I went out there. I know it's been going on there for a long, long time. I don't know how many years it's been going on, and I'm not too thrilled. I love the people I've known for many, many years, but I do not like what I see is going on there.
Understood.
Okay, we're gonna make a motion to keep the public hearing open for 10 days for written comment,
Second.
and we'll go from there. Is there a second to that?
I did.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, nothing on the work session this evening. The regular meeting, waive the reading of the correspondence.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Man, you know what? Where's the voucher list? The what? Did you bring this reading in from? I forgot right now. No, I can, you signed it, yeah. I'll go, wait, I'll go, is it open? Yeah. We're gonna take a 1 minute recess. I have to get the voucher list. When I revise it, I forgot to write it down. I know it's a million.
Should we take an actual recess?
Keep the camera rolling, or?
Should we take an actual recess? We can-
Yeah, you shut it off for a minute. Take a recess for 1 minute.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, make a motion to come back into a meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approve of the voucher list, $1,049,080.17. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Waive the reading of the budget transfers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 4, setting of meeting dates and public hearings. All meetings will be held at 1360 Route 22, Brewster, New York, at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Thursday, August 11th, 2022, and Thursday, August 25th, 2022. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
First item on this here, number 5, a resolution 40 Guinea Road zoning map amendment, R160 and R60. Now therefore be resolved that the Town of Southeast Town Board hereby amends the zoning map of the Town of Southeast to rezone the 7.2 acre parcel located at 40 Guinea Road and designated as tax map identification number 78-1-77 from R160 to R60. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 6 is a resolution to declare lead agency to adopt a negative declaration. Let's see. Now therefore be resolved that the Town of Southeast Town Board, as lead agency, has determined that the proposed action for the reasons as set forth in the short environmental assessment form dated July 26, 2022, an appended secret notice of determination of significance, the adoption of local law to amend 130 of the Town Code zoning to amend existing accessory apartment regulations will not have a significant environmental impact, and a draft environmental impact statement will be prepared. So move for discussion.
Second.
Okay. I may abstain from this vote, and at the time I do, if I do, I will announce the reason for the abstention. Roll call vote.
Councilman Alvarez?
Yes.
Councilman Cypress?
No.
Councilman Larka?
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor?
Yes.
Supervisor Hay?
I'm going to abstain from this because I've been pretty much directly involved with the negotiations of this being done. The Town of Southeast was to benefit by it, even though I was a supervisor, so I feel comfortable abstaining, and it would still pass 3-1.
No.
But
No.
3,
how many no's are there?
It was 3-1-1.
3.
3-1-1.
Yeah, so
Three,
it
one.
passes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So it passes 3-1, 1 abstention. Okay, number 7, resolution local law number 3 of 2022, chapter 138 zoning.
Tony, could I interrupt for a second? Did you do the environmental negative declarations?
Yeah, I did that.
Did you do those before the?
I did it. I did that. Number 6 was that.
Number 6.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
It was both.
Oh, wait, you know
It
what?
was neg deck and
Okay.
The zoning is number 7.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, I'm fine with my vote, but 7's what I want to know on.
And me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's, okay.
I was confused on how you did that.
I'm gonna ask for a recall vote on number 6.
I was wondering why you voted no on a neg deck, but
Yeah,
I said, let me
sorry.
shut up.
He and I are thinking like, I don't know why, but so we're gonna do a redo on resolution, make a recall on resolution number 6. Roll call vote.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the second for that, and I guess in that case, it's all in favor?
Yes.
On that one, aye. So that passes unanimously.
Okay.
Number 7, local law number 3 of 2022, chapter 138 zoning. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board of Southeast hereby adopts local law number 3 of 2022 pursuant to municipal home rule amending 138 of the Town Code zoning by A, amending Article 10, Section 138-56, 1A, entitled Special Permits and Conditional Uses to clarify the properties within the mixed use GC-2 zoning districts are exempt from the owner occupancy requirement for accessory apartments, and be further resolved that the town clerk be and is hereby authorized and directed to enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting and give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing such with the Secretary of State within time required by the law. Okay, there, we're gonna make a motion to
Discuss, right?
discuss.
And just so the public's aware, from the last meeting, this was changed to be specific for this particular zone, where it was a little bit more open in the last version, right?
Yes,
Okay.
okay. Any other comment? The comments I made previously will stand for this one. Okay, roll call vote.
Okay. Councilman Alvarez?
Yes.
Councilman Cypress?
No.
Councilman Larka?
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor?
Yes.
Supervisor Hay?
Abstain, as stated, reasons previously. Okay, number 8 is a resolution adjusting base proportions for real property tax assessment purposes. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board of Town of Southeast accepts the recommendation of Town Assessor and hereby authorizes the Town Clerk to sign and provide to the Office of Real Property Services Form RP-6703 for the town outside village and town-wide homestead portion containing the adjusted base proportion of 63.494124% and 62.666061% respectively pursuant to real property tax law and New York State rules and regulations in form and substance as may be approved by the town attorney. So move for discussion.
Second.
I just want to thank Lori Bell for spending some time explaining this to me. It helped a lot. Thank you.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Next is a resolution to support a grant for the Cultural Arts Coalition. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board of Town of Southeast does hereby approve and endorse the Town of Southeast Cultural Arts Coalition grant application for NYMS Downtown Anchor Project, Southeast Old Town Hall Restoration, Egress and Building Systems. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Let me sign this. Betsy, now that that's passed tomorrow morning, I need that, and that letter goes signed, and we have to forward it, because it has to be in by tomorrow. That's like wait till the last minute. Okay. Number 10, next is a resolution for intermunicipal agreement, IMA, to purchase highway equipment. Number 10, now, resolved that Town Highway Superintendent is authorized to enter an intermunicipal agreement with Peace Bridge Authority of New York to purchase one 2016 Western Star fully equipped plow truck with 8,500 miles for the sum of $110,000, and be further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion. Mike, you're in the audience, want to have anything to say to this? And I'm quite sure the board will all thank you personally for saving this town a tremendous amount of money by going out and finding all these bargains.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a truck that's 12 years old. It's a 2010. It's developed an issue with the engine. It's probably $25,000 to repair, which is not cost effective when it's at the tail end of its life cycle. I was fortunate enough to find this vehicle from another municipality. It's fully equipped. There is a dealer that has one plow truck in stock right now, a brand new one. It's $291,000.
Wow.
You know, the price of equipment has just gotten to the point where it's not sustainable. I really don't know how these towns are going to do it in the coming future, because these trucks don't last that long, and if they don't last 15 years. So, I'm doing the best I can to try to keep our fleet up to date. But, the amount of money that they're asking for this stuff is just out of control right now. And the availability, you can't get them. So that's the explanation for, we were fortunate enough to find something that was, fairly new and with very little miles on it.
I'm glad you like the internet for searching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
All in favor?
Aye.
And number 11 is the supervisor's report. Pretty much similar to last month's. Things are good, as bad as the economy may or may not be. Again, there's some monies out there, ARPA monies and things of that nature, which are helping the bottom line. Revenues and recreation are good. reports are very good, and I'll be starting the budget process next month, which is only 4 days away. Can't wait. But I have to admit, this year is going to be probably one of the easier ones in a long, long time. Look forward to it. Okay, public comment. Which hat you going to wear?
Highway superintendent.
Okay.
I just want to give you a little update on Brewster Heights. We started the replacement of all the pipes up there. We're currently up at the one resident that had the big sinkholes in their yard, and we're addressing that issue. So I got anybody that's, any questions about Brewster Heights, this is a phase that's, we started our first phase. We're gonna be going on every year. Probably this fall, I'm gonna try to get some more done. And then in the spring, we're gonna go back up there and start this, the next phase. And, I'm assuming it's probably gonna take anywhere from 3 to 5 years to complete all the replacement of all the drainage up there. And then, it's been a ongoing problem for many, many years, catch basins. And it's not just there. Just this week alone, I've had at least a dozen calls for holes in the road, failed catch basins, failed pipes. Our infrastructure is really, we really have a lot of problems with our infrastructure, and it's overwhelming. I have to deal with the safety issues first, but it's just an overwhelming thing right now. So, we're all going to be taking the brunt of it, because there's only so much you can do, and with the time and the manpower that we have. So just be aware of that. It's just this week alone was insane with how much stuff that we had reported was failing. So,
Mike, is the infrastructure issue beyond just the heights?
oh yeah, it's anything that was installed from, I want to say, from 1995 prior, was all installed with metal pipe, and the metal pipes are just, they're rotting out and failing all over the place. We have them, and there's a lot of subdivisions that were built back in the 60s, Seven Oaks Lane, Marnell Estates, Drewville Heights. There's a ton of them that were built, back when they were using metal pipe, and a lot of our road work, there's a lot of, all the pipes, probably 90% of the pipes on Minor Road are all metal pipes, and they're going to have to all be replaced before any pavement can be done there. So it's not just the newer stuff. It's all, Brewster Heights is the worst one, I think, but Seven Oaks Lane was probably built around the same time, maybe a few years later. But a lot of these subdivisions are the older ones have all metal pipe, and we're just going to be dealing with this. And another issue is the easements in between people's properties. I have 4 right now where the pipe goes in between people's houses, and that metal pipe has failed. They have sinkholes in their yard, and there's safety concerns. And, there's swimming pools, there's sheds, there's trees, there's a lot of stuff that, because they're 30 or 40 or 50 years that they've been there, and now they're failing, and it's safety issues for these residents.
One more question, this may be for Tony, can we apply for grants for some of this stuff? Are there grants available?
There are grants, and a lot of the ARPA money that we're receiving from the federal government will be used for these projects.
Mike, when I see you changing an entire concrete catch basin, what failed on that, or is that just so you could get to the pipes?
Salt. The salt, salt deteriorates concrete, and it's just it's a vicious cycle. A lot of times, if we can, we like to use cast iron, the cast iron catch basin tops, because those are more, are more resilient to salt. They don't deteriorate as rapidly. But of course, they're more costly, and it's, and a lot of times you just can't use them. There's grade restrictions, constraints and things like that we just can't use the cast iron top. So we're kind of stuck with putting a concrete top back on it. And
How long does the concrete one usually last?
They'll last anywhere from 20 to 25 years. They do last a long time, but like I said, we have 2,300 catch basins in the town of Southeast. So, I could change 50 a year and wouldn't even come close to making a dent in it, and it's, some of them hold up really well, and other ones, you know, the snow, once the snowplow chips away at them a little bit, if there's a sinkhole or whatever, and then it exposes the reinforcement rod, the metal rod that's in the catch basin top, the salt gets in there, and then it'll deteriorate the top of the metal over a couple of years, so. But that's what we're dealing with now, and we're not alone, you know, I mean, I think every town is in the same boat, but, you know, we're a little behind the 8 ball, we got, you know, some catching up to do, but, so, doing the best we can.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, we're still public comment. Mr. Galley, you missed, but everything was approved, you're good.
Oh, very good, thank you.
Okay? Town board,
I have something.
okay?
You guys don't? Go right ahead. I know we all received an email about Volunteer Park, and I've had a few people reach out to me individually who want to either express concerns, offer solutions. The Southeast Rotary, I think, is interested in donating some money to help us improve the field there. So should we put it on an agenda and let them come in? How should we let these people speak?
Yeah. You want to come in and speak, they can.
I felt like if we officially put it on the agenda, I know we're very good at accepting any public comment, but I just thought if we maybe officially put it on a work session, they could all come one night or something.
Okay, well, provide us what you have for it, and we'll put it on the agenda
Okay.
next month.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, I'll make a motion to close this portion of the meeting. We're gonna continue and come out of recess and go into executive session, but no action will be taken by the board this evening.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.